Hello everyone. A very hearty welcome to you all for joining in today's discussion. Even though the internet is something that is not new to us and we have seen it grow in front of us, but this has made the most major contribution to this information abundance which we see around ourselves today. How do you see this abundance of information as a benefit to learners in the technological field itself?
The biggest benefit being from a technological background with loads of information is easy access to a plethora of resources which I could not have got just studying in, say, a particular college or a particular institute. One more thing that I find very useful is the global network and community based feedback which this information abundance has caused.
So have you done any online courses? And how do you choose the right certification from multitudes of the courses available? And how
the choosing part is something which is really very difficult. For me, whenever I'm searching for an online course, even first of all, I would identify the skill which would help me in growth of my career. This then finding out the course actually which that would fill the gap between the skill part and the job requirement that I have. The recorded courses are actually of not that much value as compared to the courses which are there in which there are industry relevant informations being. So one more thing that we should also check for the affiliations that the courses have.
with the information increasingly available and accessible at our fingertips, what changes would you like to see in our education system?
I'm going to bring back to life the oldest trick in the book, and that is minimalism. I know there's quite evidence to the contrary. We are talking about information abundance over here. So I think the one solution to make information access more effective is to minimize the number of sources of information that we have. The education system should try to inculcate one or two maybe digital sources of information. It may be anything. It may be a YouTube channel. It may be one of the courses that Abhishek and Ria has mentioned so far. It may be anything, as long as it's valid and it's relevant.
Can you please shed some light on the challenges faced by the people in medical field due to this abundance of information?
First of all, contrary to popular belief that the doctors don't like a patient when the patient starts quoting Google or some other source, is that the doctors don't mind that. Actually, we are happy to see the patients are reading up on the disease that they might have or are reading up on general health information. The problem occurs when the patient starts believing or saying that the doctor is wrong and that he or whatever source he has referred to is right. That is the problem.
How do you see the credibility of digital media in purview of information abundance?
Taking an example, the case of Cambridge Analytica, the data was used to understand the psychographics of the people and actually use it as a neurotoxin to push fake content and fake news to the media to change their mind during voting. So from a good deed to a selfish need, that's what the data has become. Right now, data collection is actually considered to be the euthanasia of privacy. But is it for the good need or a selfish need? That is the question.
Do you choose to consult books or internet?
Internet is the way to go, because in internet it gives me a point of view and form an opinion for myself as well.
If you had the opportunity to get something viral about yourself, what it would be?
That would be, I was FMSCA four-wheeler licensed racing driver.
Any fake news which you read recently, but you want it to be true?
Gomutra can cure corona. I want it to be true. Yeah. I want to go back to college.
What would you want to believe in a real bad news or a fake good news?
I would rather go for a real bad news than for a fake good news, because you can take actions further.
Studying from a book or watching a video?
I really want to say studying from a book, but I'm going to go with watching a video because
Question. What one line of information would you like to be spread about yourself?
one quote that I've come up for myself, it's quite cliched, you could say, but it's self-destructive writer. That would be that one line.
So Alesh, an interesting misleading information you read about COVID.
There was a certain date, I don't remember which date or which time exactly, but there was a certain month when my mom said that because of the stars alignment, the COVID will go down.
What is your preferred source of information? books or internet?
Internet, obviously, because internet also has books. So
Suppose internet is going to shut down forever, and you also have the opportunity to save all the data, but only from one site. So what site would it be?
I would go with youtube.com.
Second question: if you had the opportunity to get something viral about yourself,
I will go with my food page, which I started running during the pandemic. So go follow me.
I just want to quote a proverb from Tirukural, which is decades ago, which is even relevant now. That is, it comes as எப்பொருள் யார் யார்வாய் கேட்பினும் அப்பொருள் மெய்ப்பொருள் காண்பது அறிவு. That means learning facts from about various subjects from various sources is the path to knowledge. But learning the truth about the fact that is learned is a path to wisdom. So we all of us should search for wisdom rather than knowledge.
And what I would want to try to put some focus on is that we are not going to go backwards anymore. Information is going to increase anyhow. So I think it becomes very important that we find ways to regulate it, both as an individual and as a community, to understand that there comes a responsibility with handling a huge amount of information. And
if I were to put it in one line, then it would be that correct information and not easy information should be the aim. And obviously right now it's not possible to filter this information that is coming online to make sure that someone knows that this is incorrect information, this is correct information. Twitter has tried that by putting the tag under the tweet. But at the end of the day, it depends on us, that is the people who are consuming this information, to decide if it's the right information or the wrong information. And not just information. Getting information is just the first part of something, but then trying to understand it and implement it is, I think, more important than just gaining information.
So the one thing is that we don't have to learn each and everything, but we have to go in a unidirectional way and do something which is required actually. So just point out the direction in which you want to drink water from the shower. So that is something which I wanted to convey to this.
For example, this is an age when you can guarantee your own employability. That is the amount of power that this abundance of information has given to us. If you could just find the right skill, if you could stick to it and learn it yourself, it's all out there. I want you to run wild, run free, learn whatever you can get your hands on. And that would be developing yourself. I think that would be my concluding remark. Let yourself free, learn the skills you want. There are no excuses in the age of digitization. That's it. Thank you so much, Team Money.